Brothers. And shout out to Jeff Fox and E.W. Freeman featuring Gigi Fontaine. In the mix.
Turn your radio on, sports talk back on. Love the game, just know I'ma win again and again. Get under their skin, go hard from beginning to end. Competitive, limitless wins. The locker room lit like a stadium. Here we go, rock out the stadium. Standing ovation when we in the stadium. Oh, please, I'ma play as a team. Ride with the home team. Game day, fan screen. Oh, please, sports talk, you can get a bit. Debate, sport news, and the mix. Jeff Fox, W. Freeman, kid. Oh, please, I'ma play as a team. Ride with the home team. Game day, fan screen. Oh, please, sports talk, you can get the bit. Debate, sports news, and the mix. Jeff Fox, W. Freeman, kid. Come to Miami, you gon' feel the heat. Come to Miami, it's nice on the beach. Basketball talk, I like Miami Heat. Miami, go hard for the heat. When I'm in my zone, I go on in the streets. Make my opponent bow down to their feet. Miami Hurricane, legendary. Put my mind to my grandpa and fit the week. Touchdown for the Dolphins. Home runs for the Marlins. If you missed it, just tune in. Jeff Fox, W. Freeman. Got a lot like the defense. About biz, don't pretend. Going hard, no pretend. I'ma win, no pretend. Love my team. I love my team. I love my team. Love my team. Jeff Fox, E.W. Freeman featuring Gigi Fontaine. Let's go. Oh, please, I'ma play as a team. Ride with the home team. Game day, fan screen. Oh, please, sports talk, you can get a bit. Debate, sport news, and the mix. Jeff Fox, W. Freeman, kid. Oh, please, I'ma play as a team. Ride with the home team. Game day, fan screen.
Oh, man. Welcome to the Jeff Fox Show right here on WSME, Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Issues, as expected. Had a few issues as we try to get the show popping here today. And if you're new to the Jeff Fox Show, make sure you tweet us and follow us at the SBS Radio Network. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/SBS Radio Network. We're creating a movement. And like I told my man, Vern Chief Rocker, they wouldn't let us in. So we're kicking the door in. We're kicking it in, man. So, and start the hashtag Black Sports Talk Matters. Black Sports Talk Matters. That's the movement. That's what we're creating here. And we're going to get it popping right here on WSME. All right? I'm a little late, man. I'm a little late. What up, Cedric? I'm a little late, I'm not used to this. Usually I'm the guy on the other side of the chair, and I usually have somebody on the other side of the glass holding me down. I heard y'all talking about Doug's got interns and all that, shiggity. Maybe that's what I need. A couple of interns over here. What up, Cedric Galloway, Chief Rocker Burn? Great show by you, man. Yeah, Cedric, I got off to a rough start, man. Rough start here on the show. But I'm here, and I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in. And shout out to everybody out there in the 305 that's checking us out for the first time, man. You want to advertise on the show, email me at thesportsbrothers@gmail.com. Follow the Jeff Fox Show, like I told you, on Twitter at the SBS Radio Network. And, of course, I'll put up all the links for the paypal.me/the Jeff Fox Show. Y'all know how it is in this business, man. This shit ain't free. So, bills got to be paid. And if you want to have interns and stuff, you got to be able to hold it down. So that's what's popping right here on the show. But thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we got a lot of stuff to get into and not a whole lot of time. So basically, as Doug said early on his show today, I want to salute the ladies, man, because I was one of those few guys that did follow women's sports and watch women's basketball, watched the WNBA for years, Cynthia Cooper, the Houston Comets, Guy Lewis, Cheryl Swoops, L.A. Sparks, And I got grief from it from a lot of people. Why would you watch women's basketball? Well, this past weekend, women's basketball took over. It was a shocking upset. I'm sure you guys know in women's college basketball. And I'm telling you right now, the way that went down with UConn and Mississippi State, Dak Prescott up in the stands watching this one, it was crazy. It was crazy what happened. And this has to go down as one of the greatest upsets in the history of sports. Even if you don't like women's basketball, you got to admit, man, this was some pretty good shit right here.
Got to go full floor here. Dillingham across midcourt. Dillingham with it. 5 to get off a shot. William on the drive. Pull up. Got it! She got it! One of the great upsets in history. Mississippi State in overtime at the buzzer. Morgan Williams. Mississippi State has ended the streak at 111 consecutive games. It's over.
It's over. I couldn't believe it, man. I was not even in place. The gigantic 111-game winning streak ending in the hands of Mississippi State in overtime this past Friday night. I was in complete shock. Could not believe it. I love listening to the call. I can't get enough of that call right there. And I don't know, man. I mean, like, it was just one of those unexpected things. It's one of the things I love about sports because, one of the great things about sports is its unpredictability. I love that. I hate when you know who's going to win, like the NBA Finals. You know who's going to win the NBA championship already. You already know. You know who's going to win. So, and yeah, we'll watch it and we'll get into it a little bit, but we already know the conclusion. There's only 2 teams that's going to win it all. And I'm sorry if you're a Cavalier fan, but the Cavs ain't one of them. Sorry if you're a Cleveland Cavalier fan, but the Cavs are not one of those teams that I have pegged to win the NBA championship. Yep. Get over yourselves. Cleveland. Not going to happen. It's either going to be the Warriors or the San Antonio Spurs. My prediction. But what happened Friday night with the women's basketball game, I mean, everybody thought it was a given that UConn was going to run through this thing and win another championship. That's what I thought. And I was dead wrong. So was the rest of America. And this was incredible, man. I mean, even if you don't like women's basketball and you're not into all of that, to see the way that game ended. And granted, for Mississippi State, that was their championship because we saw what happened in the championship game last night. They just didn't have anything left. And, and God be with them. Because they played their asses off on Friday night. UConn was down by double digits for probably the first time in forever. And I think about them going down. And then I started thinking about, well, damn, I found out about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning that the game was over. I mean, when the game was over, that's when I found out who won because I was DJing at some club somewhere. And I was like, damn, UConn got beat. Started thinking about all the great upsets in sports that we've seen before. And in my mind, immediately went to Tokyo, to Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. Those of you that can remember that. If you remember that monumental upset, sometimes you just don't expect these type of things, and that's the great thing about sports that I like. Shout out to Milky Cookies X Squad. Denise, what's good? Happy to be in the big house, man. Bama Boy 334, what's good? Yeah, rough start for your boy today, man. Fumbled the opening drive. Fumbled the ball on the opening drive. But it gets better. WSME will get better. A lot of good stuff to look forward to on this network and on this show. To tell you a little bit about the Jeff Fox Show, I'm one half of the Sports Brothers out of Miami, Florida, and Freeman and Fox. If you follow the Sports Brothers Twitter account, Freeman and Fox on Twitter. And we've done our thing in Miami like the last couple of years here, and we kind of went through what Doug and Ryan did in this market, meaning the man decided that either we were too hip-hop or too black or something, but we didn't get any love, and we bounced around for a while from 790 ESPN Radio to CBS or whatever, and basically we found ourselves in radio exile. So decided to go online, started the Jeff Fox Show, and, got that going for a while. And then I hooked up with Doug, man. Hooked up with SME. And the rest, as they say, is history, because we're about to make history right here on WSME. Please believe it. Oh, yeah, because Black Sports Talk matters. Black Sports Talk matters. I'm happy for everybody that's on this network. I'm happy for everybody that's getting a chance to hear us. We're going to be the FUBU of Sports Talk Radio. For us, by us. Yeah, man, that's what it is. They shitted on us, man. That's what they did, man. They didn't give the brothers no love. Yeah. That's what the man did. But it ain't no stopping us now. We're back. I'm back here on the SME Network and happy to be here. So I'm going to reset the table. I'm going to take a quick break, come right back right here on WSME, the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network with the Jeff Fox Show. Debut show today. And when I come back, man, Cavalier fans, y'all get ready to get mad because y'all ain't going to like what I have to say.
South Florida's hottest gentleman's club is the all-new Foxy Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar. Foxy Lady. 1792 Northwest 79th Street in Miami. Yes, the Foxy Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar is the place to be. Foxy Lady. They have the hottest ladies from everywhere. The best DJs. Daily drink specials. And hey, are you looking for a place to watch the game? Then look no further. It's the Foxy Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar.
Run through the money, run.
Don't miss all the big plays. They've got flat screens everywhere. Check out the all-new Foxy Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar. 1792 Northwest 79th Street in Miami. It is the people's choice. I'll see you at the Foxy Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar. Foxy Lady. And you know, you got to be there. www.foxladylive.com.
Looked up and down, said, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take her. It is the Jeff Fox Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, man. Rough start today, man. Y'all feel me? Rough start today, man. But, yeah, we're going to do this thing, man. We're going to do this thing real big right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Cavs fans getting mad at me already. They're getting at me already. The hell you mean? The hell you mean we're not going to win the championship this year, Jeff? Take your ass back to Miami. You just salty. Mr. Mocabella, what it do, baby? Shout out to you from the 305. We all know the story. We know LeBron and the Cavs. When LeBron left, LeBron came to Miami and blessed us with 4 consecutive NBA Finals appearances. And I'll be honest with you, I was salty when LeBron left. I was mad, like everybody else. Called him all kind of names like Pat Riley did. But the truth of the matter is, I respect LeBron James as the greatest basketball player in the world. No question about it, in my opinion. He's the best there is. He's been the best for a while. And we owed him for all those years here in Miami. He fulfilled his obligation, came here, gave us championships, gave us the best years that we've ever had as Heat fans here in Miami. He did that. But I think that the Cavaliers, man, may have they're about to run out of gas. I'm not even sure they're going to come out of the East. You know, I'm not even sure about them coming out of the Eastern Conference. There's some things wrong in Cleveland. And, of course, the big story last night was the ugly screaming match between LeBron James, Tristan Thompson, getting into it. And Tristan Thompson telling LeBron James, man, you got me effed up. Yeah? The hell you think you talking to? And that happens in the locker room. It happens. You know, teammates get into it. I get that. The problem with the Cavaliers, they don't play no goddamn defense. They don't play defense. And I know a lot of people feel like it's a light switch. The Miami Heat used to do the same shit. Used to, you know, just kind of sleepwalk through the regular season, turn it on in the playoffs, and we win because we simply had more talent. And the Cavs do have more talent. But I'm not so sure that they can get out of this malaise that they're going through right now. It's like they don't even like each other. You know, Tristan Thompson, after the game last night, after Paul George lit their ass up for Paul George dropped like 43 points on him last night. Oh, ain't no problem. That's what Tristan Thompson said last night after the game.
No, it was a great test for us. You know, double overtime. You know, that's a really good ball club over there. And I think that's good for our development, and especially now getting into the postseason. You know, put us in situations like that. And I think it's great for us.
What we witnessed with you and LeBron told me on the floor, he needs to handle situations like that better. But his intentions were there. How do you guys grow from that moving forward?
We family. Mm-hmm. We're family. A little miscommunication in the huddle. Move forward. Move forward.
Move forward, my ass. That was beef. That was beef. Did y'all see that? If you haven't, go to YouTube or something and pull up the video. The Cavs are winning the game. They're up by like 4 points, but LeBron's been, you know, snapping at Tristan Thompson all game long. Like he's Mario freaking Chalmers or something. You know? See, down here in Miami, LeBron was the king. It was Wade County. And Mario Chalmers was the whipping boy. Even President Obama saw that. But Tristan Thompson is like, nigga, who you talking to? You ain't talking to me. Who you think you talking to? And Tristan Thompson was about to get in his ass. It was really, really, really like ugly. And after the game, your boy Kyrie Irving didn't talk to the media, got dressed, hauled ass, went home. It wasn't even about it. LeBron dropped a triple-double. 40-plus points. I mean, look good. Impressive win for the Cavs, but everybody wanted to talk after the game about the argument. Cavs won the game 135-130 in double overtime. LeBron had 41 points, 16 rebounds, 11 assists. And with the victory, the Cavaliers moved back into a tie for first place in the Eastern Conference with the Boston Celtics. So Cleveland now has a chance to clinch a tiebreaker against Boston this week, which they probably will. Doesn't matter. And then after the game, LeBron apologized publicly, and then he had to go to Tristan Thompson, man up, and say, hey, man, my bad. You know, it ain't your fault that Paul George let us, you know, lit my ass up for 43 points. 16 consecutive points for Indiana at one point in overtime. LeBron said, I have to do better. I have to do a better job of not showing up my teammates out on the floor. I had the right intentions in my mind, but I had the wrong intentions come out of my mouth. He said the wrong damn things. So my man's saying that the Cavs are playing possum. You think the Cavs are playing possum? I don't know. I think we're going to have problems right there. We're going to have problems with these teams in the Eastern Conference. They'll probably come out of these, but I won't bet on it right now. And if there's anybody in these that can probably take out the Celtics, it'll probably be the Boston Celtics. And I know that's not a safe bet, and I don't want to sound like a complete a-hole here. What up, Vince Wright? Yeah, Tristan Thompson did tell him, man, you got me effed up, ninja. I don't know who the F you think you're talking to. I'm boning Khloe Kardashian. Back to F up. I'm not Mario freaking Chalmers. To me, the inner fighting, all that stuff that goes on, everybody doesn't always have to get along when a team wins a championship. We've seen that in sports. We saw that with the Oakland A's. The great Oakland A's of the 70s. They fought their way to a championship. Shit, Shaq and Kobe fought their way to championships, didn't they? 3 in a row. I never heard too much crap come out of the Bulls championship runs or the Pistons. But yeah. Tristan Thompson wasn't with that bullshit last night. He wasn't with it. He had enough. And he let LeBron know. Of course, they're going to say all that nice stuff to the media. But I think that the problems that we saw last night are bigger than that for the Cavaliers. And here's why they're not going to win the championship this year. They've been to 2 consecutive NBA Finals. That's a lot of basketball, people. They played a lot of basketball over the last 3 years. All of those extra playoff series, all of those extra games. Then we see this crap this year about guys wanting to take time off and all that crap. It's not going to happen for the Cavs this year, especially if they see the Golden State Warriors. And I hate the Golden State Warriors. I used to like them, but I don't like them no more. I think they're a bunch of bitches, Golden State. I think Draymond Green, real bitch. I know he plays hard, but I don't like him. So yeah, it's gonna be ugly if they get back to the finals against the Warriors, because the Warriors got something for them based on last year. We saw what happened last year, and they added Kevin Durant. Bitch move Kevin Durant. I'll never get over it. Leaving the Oklahoma City Thunder to join Golden State. I spoke with Stephen A. Smith from the Puppet Factory prior to the season. He said he didn't even want to watch basketball this year because we all know who's going to get to the finals. So, Cleveland has no bench. The starters are playing a bunch of minutes. I think Kyrie Irving's averaging like 35 minutes a game. LeBron's averaging like 38 minutes a game. Kevin Love's averaging like 31 minutes. Tristan Thompson, 30 minutes a game, according to Basketball Reference. They have zero bench. Injuries have taken over. Age. Richard Jefferson is, 65? I mean, Cleveland ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. I mean, they may get to the finals, but they're going to be somebody's, they're going to be somebody's sacrificial lamb if they do get to the NBA Finals. And I say if because there's a lot of other stuff going on. I'm not overreacting because of what happened last night. There's a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes I'm sure we don't know. But what is a major factor that we can see, if you look from the outside looking in with Cleveland, they're tired. They're tired. 2 years ago, in a losing effort, I saw LeBron James play probably the greatest individual performance that I've ever seen in an NBA Finals. In a losing effort, balled his ass off, and he earned my respect. That's when I forgave him for leaving Miami. It's like, this ninja really wants to bring a title to Cleveland. Because there was no way in hell that series was supposed to go 6 games. Golden State won in 6 games, 4 games to 2. But when you're LeBron James and your second best player on the team is Matthew Dellavedova, And you take Golden State to 6 games, that team? Yeah, you the greatest. You badass. So he earned my respect when he did that. You know? But I don't know, man. There's something wrong with Cleveland. And I think fatigue is a big part of it. And I think when you play that much basketball, it catches up to you after a while. And because they're simply more talented than everybody else in the Eastern Conference, it's a good chance that they will get there. But I don't think they're going to beat the Spurs. I don't think they're going to beat Golden State. And I'd give the Wizards a puncher's chance against the Cavs in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, the Wizards. I'm tripping. You're tripping, Jet. We old and injured, but we still have LeBron. I learned that last year. I hear you, big dog. I don't know. I just think that it's going to catch up with them in the finals this year. So that's my prediction for the Cavs. That's the bad news. That's the bad news for the Cavs. It's not going to happen this year. And their defense is horrific. Horrific. So it's not going to happen for them this year in the NBA Finals. Don't think so. I don't really care who wins the championship this year, but I'd like to see what happened in women's basketball happen in the NBA playoffs, and it's probably not going to happen. But that's what I enjoyed about the weekend in sports, that at least sometimes it doesn't always turn out the way that we all think it will. With UConn losing and South Carolina. Congratulations, by the way, South Carolina Gamecocks, Dawn Staley. They win the championship, and Dawn Staley, one of the few women to be the outstanding player in the Final Four and then coach the team to the championship. Congratulations to her, man. That's a major accomplishment for Dawn Staley.
What does it feel like now that you've reached the top of the mountain?
I mean, it feels great. It feels great. You want to visualize it. You're so close. It was anxious. I was anxious, waiting all day to get to this moment. But you reflect. I like to reflect on, who and how long it took to get here. And I'm just so grateful for Dave O'Brien. Dave O'Brien, saw the late Dave O'Brien was the athletic director at Temple University, who gave me an opportunity to coach, something I didn't want to do. And I'm forever grateful for him. And now his family, hopefully they'll feel a little bit a part of.
Yeah, I was rooting for the South Carolina men, too. They simply ran out of gas, against Gonzaga. That was a hell of a basketball game, by the way. I watched all of that one. I missed most of North Carolina and Oregon. Caught the end of that one. And it seemed like all Oregon had to do was grab a damn rebound. And they couldn't do that. So North Carolina in the championship game tonight against the Zags. But, boy, I bet Oregon, man, just wondering about those final few seconds.
Off the floor with it. Dumped down low. Bell doubled up. Outside. Big shot here. Open. And it falls somehow. My goodness, everyone in the building held their breath for a half a second.
Trap out that far. You got to go. Must rebound if you're Oregon.
Pinson. Rebounded by Bell. He's on the floor, though. They have no timeouts. Able to escape. Pritchard. Down low. They go for the two. Smith hits it with 6 seconds.
Yeah, they get right there. And then all you got to do, North Carolina basically practically said, look, we don't want to be in the championship game. Here, Oregon, you can have it. Tried to give it to you, and you wouldn't take it.
Short. Oh, my goodness.
Boy, and the Tar Heels have been superb all night from the line. Kins for a real speedy player to do that.
Long.
Second one, no. And Meeks. Carolina saves it on the glass.
How about that?
The best rebounding team in college basketball is headed to the title game.
Yeah. a rebound. The basics. Sometimes the basics come to haunt you in big-time college basketball. Oregon couldn't get the rebound. They go down. So tonight we have for the championship North Carolina and Gonzaga. For the second year in a row, the Tar Heels with a chance to win it all. And they got to play the White Twin Towers of the Zags. Yeah, those two big guys in the middle for Gonzaga. It's going to be a tough game. A lot of Carolina fans. Who you got? I'm going with Gonzaga in this one, I think. North Carolina has a habit of losing championship games. I know they've been there a lot. And they are the most talented team, but it's going to be a good game tonight, man. Be a battle of size in the middle. I'm going to be looking forward to that. See what happens in that game. But my heart went out to Frank Martin because he's got a Miami connection, coaching the South Carolina men. It was emotional watching them give their all in that game. And coming up just a little bit short, the Gamecocks. But they fought, man. They're fighters. They were fighting all year. Mo Cabela says, you were rooting for Gonzaga? Really? Wow, Mo Cabela. Man, the Zags, to me, seem like the Zags are like the Utah Jazz of college basketball. You know? Yeah, you got a lot of white players on the team. They're good. You know, like how Duke used to be back in the old days when everybody hated Duke. Duke had all these white players, and usually one that was just overhyped by the media. But I really, really wanted Frank Martin and South Carolina to get this one, and they just came up a little bit short.
Your team fought tonight like they did all season long. They were down 14 and pulled. They actually took a 2-point lead. What can you say about the fight of your team, not only tonight, but this whole season?
It's who we are. It's who we are, and that's why I've been so positive and so proud of these kids the whole year. Win or lose, they're so resilient. They don't give in to difficult moments, and that's the reason we're on this platform tonight.
What did you tell them in there?
People keep score when you play games 35, 36, 37 times a year. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. That score eventually goes away. When you impact people by the masses the way these kids have, that means you're a winner as a human being, and that's what matters. And when we get home and they realize what they've done in our community, their hearts will open up with joy because they'll be so happy that the pain of losing a game eventually goes away.
I appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Frank Martin, man, South Carolina coach, got emotional, dropped a few tears. You know, I hope a lot of you folks out there not laughing at these kids when they cry at the end of some of these basketball games. It's emotional, man. It's emotional. You know, when you come up just a little bit short. And, you know, that South Carolina team, Frank Martin, of course, a guy from South Florida, Cuban-American, Miss Mocabella says, and you're absolutely right there. I just wanted to see them get it done, man. I want to see those brothers in the championship game. Damn with Gonzaga, man. 37-1, right? Shout out to Vince Wright, governor of Minnesota. X-Squad checking in. Vince Wright says, John Stockton went to Gonzaga. Yeah, he did. Maybe that's why they remind me of the Utah Jazz. I don't know. They're a solid team, though. They're a solid team. It's going to be a good game tonight. I don't give a damn who wins tonight. I just don't. I don't really particularly care for the Zags either, Bama boy. But we'll see. Who do you like tonight? Gonzaga, North Carolina championship tonight, and maybe the Tar Heels finally get one for Roy Williams. Vince Wright says no laughing at these kids. They're leaving it all on the court. And props to South Carolina's Lady Gamecocks. Yeah. How about those Lady Gamecocks, man? Winning the championship. Dawn Staley. Fantastic job. fantastic job. So, yeah, I enjoyed all of the action this week. I didn't watch any of that WrestleMania stuff. Wrestling, as they say. I haven't watched wrestling since Gordon Soley was and Dusty Rhodes and Jack Briscoe and them cats was hanging out. Same thing with baseball. I know it's opening weekend for baseball, but damn it, man, I ain't into it like I used to be. You know, the Marlins kind of got me back into it a little bit when they won those couple of World Series a while back. You know, then we started to get into the team here quite a bit, Jose Fernandez, and then we saw the tragedy that ensued there. So, yeah. But I like baseball a hell of a lot more when there were more brothers in it. When you had Albert Bell, and you had Fred McGriff, and you had Ricky Henderson with all the gold chains, and you had Ozzie Smith. You know, even going back a bit further, where you had Dave Winfield and Dave Parker. I mean, the amount of blacks in baseball has declined so much that I'm trying to get my son to play baseball. I'm like, hell to the no. He ain't trying to get involved in that. Yeah, Bama boy. Gordon Soley, man. That's old school, baby. Gordon Soley and Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, baby. Yeah. As a matter of fact, who was it that did the Sleeper Hole Pack song? I mean, I'm calling out some names that I'm probably going to age myself here a little bit, but I mean, some of you Mickey Figgies out there don't know who those guys are. The Brisk Terry Funk, Dory Funk Jr., Joe LeDuc. I mean, and it was show business from way back then too. I was into it heavy back then as a kid growing up, but these cats that they got right now, I'll get into it. But plus, we got a lot of great shows here on the SME network that you can tune in and check out a lot of what's going on in baseball and all that stuff. It's going to be a long year. It'll be a long year, but it was pretty cool watching the highlights of seeing Gronk out there in WrestleMania last night. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to hit another break, man. Get ready to come and wrap this puppy up. The debut of the Jeff Fox Show on the SME Network. Happy to be here, man. And being out of Miami, Florida. We down here in Miami, man, we're known for one thing, and that's a whole lot of twerking. And here's where you can see some of that.
South Florida's hottest gentlemen's club is the all-new Fox and Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar. Fox Seasley, 1792 Northwest 79th Street in Miami. Yes, the Fox and Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar is the place to be. Fox Seasley. They have the hottest ladies from everywhere. The best DJs, daily drink specials. And hey, are you looking for a place to watch the game? Then look no further. It's the Foxy Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar.
Run through the money, run.
Don't miss all the big plays. They've got flat screens everywhere. Check out the all-new Foxy Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar, 1792 Northwest 79th Street in Miami. It is the people's choice. I'll see you at the Foxy Lady Cabaret and Sports Bar. Foxy Lady. And you know, you got to be there. www.foxladylive.com.
Hello, this is Mark Rick, the head football coach at the University of Miami, and you're listening to Freeman and Fox Sports Show.
Yeah, Freeman ain't here right now, so it's just the Jeff Fox Show. The debut here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Hey, thanks to everybody in the chat, man, who has shown me love all afternoon long. My man Key C, X-Squad affiliates, appreciate you. Bama Boy, appreciate you. Sluggo, appreciate you. Vince Wright, Mocha Bella, Denise Milk and Cookies. That's a pretty cool name right there. Milk and Cookies. Also, want to thank Kiki, Kicking It with Kiki especially, man, for helping me get through some of the technical difficulties. I haven't figured out the phone call situation yet, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We're going to have a lot of fun, man. Going to be a lot of fun here doing this show here on the SME Network. And for those of you that if you follow the Sports Brothers and you follow Jeff Fox, you know that I'm an Oakland Raider fan. And I know we touched on the story last week here on the network. But I don't know how I feel about the Raiders moving to Vegas. It made me sad. It made me sad, man. And I started thinking about some of the great moments in Oakland Raider history. I mean, just when we got good again, then they want to move the team. You know? Because we lost for years and years and years and years and years and years. You know? We stunk for a while. Seriously. Over 10 years. Then we get Derek Carr. And we get to the playoffs last year and we get a little bit of bad luck. But the Raiders are back. Make no question about it. The Raiders are back. You know? And I think that if Derek Carr didn't go down in the playoffs last year, we would have kicked Tom Brady's ass. That's right. We would have kicked the Patriots' ass. We'd have had them, we probably would have been in the big game against the Falcons. I truly believe that. And I can get a bit delusional as a Raider fan. You know. But just when the team gets good again, they move. And it's a lot of economics involved and all that other stuff. And Tim Brown, the Raider great wide receiver, has come out and said that Raider fans need to just get over it. And that's not easy, man. If you ever been out there to the black hole, and I've been there, and you think about the great moments, you think about Al Davis, you think about Kenny Stabler and John Madden and all those boys, I don't know, man. Like, do you move a team like the Raiders? And you heard what Draymond Green said last week. Dumbass Draymond Green. But I agree with him. Like, some teams you don't move. You don't move the Pittsburgh Steelers. You don't move the Dallas Cowboys. You don't move the Miami Dolphins. And you don't freaking move the Oakland Raiders. You know, Sluggo says, if my team moves to Vegas, I would cut that ass all the way off. It's really sad for diehard Raider fans. It is, man. It is. You know, the Raiders are one of the greatest franchises, man. All I can think about is Al Davis saying, just win, baby.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
That's tradition, man. You don't mess with tradition. Why? But I still love the Raiders, man. I'm just sad for Raider Nation right now. Las Vegas Raiders. That just sounds jacked up. I mean, the LA Raiders weren't so bad, you know. Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and them boys, them ninjas was wearing our gear. So they made it cool to be the LA Raiders. But the last freaking Vegas Raiders? And now Raider fans are torn. Raider fans like me, we're torn. We still love the Raider Nation, but we got to love Las Vegas?
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
Oh, my heart bleeds. Woe is me, Raider Nation. I feel the tears, man. I'm in pain for the Raider Nation right now. You know, it felt good to be a Raider fan. It felt good to be the bad guys, the team in black. That's why I like the Raiders, man. You know, John Matuzak and, you know, Lyle Alzado, the swashbuckling Raiders of Jim Plunkett. You know, and who could forget Marcus Allen?
Seconds left to play third quarter. Here's Marcus Allen. Cutting back upfield, and Marcus Allen could be gone. "74 yards for Marcus Allen." The Raiders are starting to shove this one in the winners column.
I remember that Super Bowl. Marcus Allen reversing and taking it to the house. Vince Wright says, I'm still pissed. The only Vikings Super Bowl I ever watched was when Raiders killed us. And Jack Tatum almost decapitated Sammy White. Yep. That was vintage Raiders, man. So, to pay homage to the Oakland Raiders, I saved like a lot of Raider clips, and it's hard to listen to them, man, and know that they're no longer going to be the Oakland Raiders. Like the Las Vegas Raiders just sounds effed up, man. It just sounds effed up to think that they're the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, this is... Who wants the Las Vegas Raiders? Like, who's going to be scared of them? The Oakland Raiders. You know? You'd be scared of the Raiders, man, but I don't know, man. So that's something I got to get over, something I've got to get used to. And then the sad thing is that these ninjas got to go back to Oakland and play for 2 more years. Ain't that some shiggity? I'm with you, Vince, right? My dad is a Steeler fan, still to this day. But the Raiders and Steeler games of the 70s, man, epic. Epic. Now we're going to have to watch the Las Vegas Raiders. That's some bullshit right there, man. It really is. We'll see. You know, I'm going to try to get out to the Bay and check out a Raider game in the next season or 2. You know, but not happy with it, man. Not happy with it. So anyway, man, time for me to wrap it up and make way for another show here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. I'll be back tomorrow following Doug's show. And much love to everybody for tuning in, man. Thanks for welcoming me to the network. And I'm going to holler at y'all folks later.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator, eating up all the food, all the chicken, all the pig feet, all the collard greens, all the hog maws. I want to eat some of them chitlins. I love pig feet.